We're back! That's right! And we're back with another video. Let me show you guys what happened. Get right to it. Come on. Yeah, buddy. Oh, yeah. Boom, baby. You done broke that rear drive shaft, my boy. Good thing is, I already had replacements, and I was just too dang lazy to put the new one on, because I see if it's not broke, don't fix it. All right, guys, we got the impact right there. We have, what is it, a 30 for the transfer case nut, or a 32, I can't remember, I'll verify, and then a 34 for the rear, which these are supposed to be standard, but I don't have standard. It's supposed to be 1 1/8 and 1 1/4 are the sizes for that, but I have metric, so those will work for now. Right here I have the replacement drive shaft from Real Drivelines, and then I got the front yoke right here. I got the rear yoke from Yukon Gear and Axle. Let's see, there we go, Yukon Gear and Axle. And then I have the U-bolts right there. That is all you're gonna need to install a rear drive shaft. Let's go. All right, guys, we got the yokes right there. The gold one is the back one from Yukon. The black one is the front one from Real. We got the new drive shaft. We're gonna go ahead and take off the old yokes for the factory drive shaft. Go ahead and put these on. All right, so that's the factory yoke that we have to take off. I have a 34, I don't know if you guys can see that, it's 34 mil. I don't have the correct whatever it is, so this one should work. Let's find out. Worked like a charm. So we're gonna go ahead and remove this yoke. I'll go give myself a mallet, pop that off, we'll put that new one on. Got my mallet, time to pop this thingy off. That rubber one wasn't working, so hopefully this one will get it going. We got some fluid, so we got fluid. That means it's coming.
That's what she said.
It's going. So since there's fluid in there, kind of want to do the switch kind of fast, that way you don't lose fluid. So I went ahead and got myself a water bottle with a big end on it. I'd use this for like a Gatorade bottle. That way you can just put back whatever came out. But hopefully it's not that much of a doozy. I think now I can get it off with the mallet. Oh, that's it. So that's that one. Fluid's still coming down. Let's pop the new one in. Probably not supposed to hit the ears, but I'm doing it one-handed. Oh well. Alright, fluid stopped leaking. Go ahead and put the washer on. With this, I suggest using blue Loctite. I'm gonna go ahead and get blue Loctite, and we'll get there. We'll get it on. All right, and just like that, we're back. We're back with some Loctite. Go ahead and get this all lubed up or juiced up or whatever. Nice. Get that bad mamma jamma in there. Let's ram that sucker in there, homie. There is a torque spec. I'll look it up. Alright, that'll be under like that. I'll look up the torque spec and we'll torque it up. Not much fluid came out. I mean, it doesn't look like much, but we're gonna go ahead and put that back in. My diff cover is leaking because I hit it pretty good in those rocks. So, since we're already here, let's go ahead and knock that front one off. Hopefully we don't get no gear oil out of that one, but we'll find out. Bam. So, like I said, the front one is 32. This one fits perfect. Not like the back one, but I'm gonna go ahead and get that yoke off and put the new one on. So we do got some fluid coming out of that one as well. Go ahead and do the swapperoo as quick as possible. Gotta put some Loctite, baby. Let's go ahead and Loctite this nut on here. Come on, give me some. There we go. Put some nice Loctite, a little dabber. Throw this bad mamma jamma back in here. Yes, you are reusing the stock bolts, or nuts I should say. Let's blast that on there, and then we'll get the torque wrench and torque them down. And it doesn't fit. Nice. So lucky for me, I used to do this. I had that 1.1/8" right here, and as you can see, it is a chromie, and I file it down because depending on what you have on that side, it's either going to fit or not. So let me go ahead and add some little more here because it got it off. We're gonna go ahead and install it on here. And this nut is like a perfect fit to this yoke. So keep that in mind. I don't know why they make them different sizes or what, but yeah. The impact one won't fit unless it's a slim, and the chromie one barely fits. So just keep that in mind, guys. You might have to buy the chromie for the front. Got that jammed on there. Let me go ahead and torque these down, and we'll put this drive shaft on. Alrighty, we got everything torqued down. Now we're gonna go ahead and set the drive shaft U-joint into the yoke. Comes with these here lock washers. There we go. That's what I was looking for. So it's gonna take a while. We'll go ahead and put these on here because then we have to wrench them on, and I'll show you guys when I get to the back. Alright, we got the front all dialed in. Got the bolts going through there, tightened up. the lock washer, cleaned up the whatever leaked, move it to the back. All right, so the back uses these little U-bolts right here. Just pop them in the holes. Bloop. And then we're gonna use some lock washers and the nuts, which should come in your kit. I bought these separate, so let's go ahead and put these on and we'll be all ready for a test drive. All right, so just a disclaimer, these don't go on that tight, they just go snug, just snug enough to where they seat down on the U-joint cap. All right, so make sure that you got the same thread showing on the top and the bottom. You want them just snug, don't go crazy, you know, because a lot of people try to put these on crazy, then they'll end up breaking them, and then if you don't have a spare, then you're doomed, bro. So can't really tighten them too much, can't really tighten it much anymore because it has hit that spot where it doesn't let me tighten it, and you don't want to strip it, and you have very limited space in between here, so you can't really fit a socket. So you got a little socket, it doesn't fit, so you're pretty much forced to do it with a wrench, and they do that for a reason, that way you don't ugga-dugga them. All right, so just keep that in mind. Also, before I forget, you want to make sure that the caps fall in this ridge here. Make sure that they're inside of this little tab. If that little tab is missing, you should get yourself another yoke, because these can walk off if that snaps. And I know that on these lips here they also sit in, but if that snaps, then this is just going to be prone to a lot of stress, and most likely snap or crack or whatever. So just make sure that when you tighten it down, that it has this tab and that the cap is sitting inside of the ridges. Cool. Alrighty, y'all, got the U-bolts all nice and snug, top, bottom, side to side, and got the front one all set. I'm gonna go ahead and clean up, and unfortunately it broke my canister. So my evap canister broke when it fell on the rock here. It's kind of like, I guess it was sitting on the drive shaft, and then when it snapped, it just came up on the evap canister, but it's all right. Get myself a replacement, because all it says is I think it calls for gas cap, because it's an evap leak. So we'll go ahead and we'll get ourselves another evap canister, and maybe a skid plate for this. I know they make a relocation bracket that puts it up there, but with the plans that I have in the future, I'm not sure if that's really gonna work out. That would honestly be the perfect place, if it puts it out of any way of getting hit right here. But we'll see. I mean, if I can get a thicker skid plate too for this. Look at this thing, just freaking bloop, just freaking ate it, bro. Like, this is legit supposed to be like straight down, and this is supposed to be straight, and it's like bent. So luckily the ones I've seen, it comes with the new skid. It comes as a complete set. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and order this, that way I don't have that gas cap code. But I'm all done here. I'm gonna clean up, go for a drive, I'll let you guys know how it goes. All right, guys, driving it, as you guys can see right there. I don't know if you guys can see. Let's see. Oh dear. Yeah, not really gonna be able to see that. Oh, there we go. Gas cap. That's for that freaking evap thing. But overall, it's driving smooth still. New drive shaft in. It's driving smooth. I think that's it right there, guys. It is like a week, 2 weeks later after I replaced that rear drive shaft, and the front one's not damaged, but we got the matching pair. we're gonna replace it. So let's get to it. First things first, gotta crawl my ass under the Jeep to get that old one off. Not that it's bad, might keep it as a spare, but still gotta take it off. So I'm gonna go ahead and get it off from the transfer case over there. Those are 8mm bolts. 8mm right there. Let's go. So I realized that it's going to be easier to remove them from the diff first. That way I can rotate the drive shaft up there, because as you guys can see, it's kind of a tight space. But we'll get these loose. We already got the transfer case in neutral, so once this is off, this drive shaft is going to move smoothly and freely. So let's go ahead and pull these off. Alright, so I went ahead and loosened them up with a little breaker bar, because those front ones were actually a little hard. Now go ahead and zap them off. They got blue Loctite, no wonder. So now we can move on to these over here. I did that so I can get this in here like that. Zap them off. So I'm gonna go ahead and zap these off and we'll carry on. Alright guys, we got all those off. Let's go ahead and knock this out. And we'll go ahead and pull that yoke off. So these stock flanges have this little indent right there where you can stick a pick or a punch or whatever. That way you can get the flanges to split. So we're gonna go ahead and do it like that. I'm gonna go to the other side. Should have 3 of them. So now that they're like that, looks like it's all said and done. And now we can go ahead and finish pulling off the drive shaft. Oh yeah, look at that, guys. Definitely chewing up that the boot was gone, and looks like we ripped it over here as well, probably from all that articulation and age, but nonetheless it's still good and it'll work great as a spare. So now that we got that off, now we can focus on changing out this yoke and this yoke. So let's go ahead and size those up, and I'll let you guys know what's what. So the front one is, I want to say it's a 29, but I'm going to do the same thing that I did with the rear, and I put a 30 on there and it should work. And it worked. So just be careful. Pretty sure that that's not, you don't want to mess it up, but it'll definitely get the job done in a pinch. But you should have the correct size. I don't. All right, got my hammer. I'm gonna knock this out and then we'll continue. Boom. The new one here. Got the nut I'm gonna go ahead and slam this back in. Hopefully we didn't mess with it too much. Definitely feel something there, but I got something for that. Not today, but we will be eventually upgrading the gears, because we are on 38s and we're still on the 410s and it's a little sluggish. Could use some help. So we're gonna go ahead and we'll put 513s in there, but that's for a whole nother video. I got this AC thing freaking knocking all kinds of water in my ear back here, but we're done jamming on that one. Let's move up to the transfer case. I went ahead, got that one off. Oh dear. Let me go ahead and pull that off. Not sure how good of a view y'all have, but it's definitely loose. Let me zap it off, because I was holding it and I thought it was done. There we go. This is the one that usually leaks, so just keep that in mind. You might lose a little bit of transfer case fluid, but if you do it fast enough. I got mosquitoes killing me over here just for you guys, so we go ahead and do the old swapperoo. This is the yoke for the transfer case, and I need my trusty hammer. Got the hammer. Alright guys, I needed my strong hand for that one, but nonetheless I got it. Got that one. Go ahead and do the quick swapperoonie, because it might oh come on, popped back in place because I saw a little bit of fluid. But we got this little rag right there. Quick swap should do the trick. All right, there's the old one, and I feel like mosquitoes are killing me. Damn it. So luckily we could spin it, pop the new nut on there by hand, thread it in by hand. So we can just zap it in with our impact. And like I said, I will put the sizes down below, that way you guys can see, but there we go. Transfer case side on, diff side on. Let's go get that drive shaft. Okay, for this part, I definitely recommend doing the transfer case side first, because it has the double card in, and pretty much you'll be able to spin it, or I mean, it's a little harder to line up than the single one up front. So we're just gonna go ahead and do this one first, and then we'll move on to the front. Alrighty y'all, we got it all set up back here on the transfer case, nice and snug. Make sure that the caps fall into the tabs. If you don't have the tabs, get another yoke, because those caps are definitely going to end up walking out. So let's go ahead and move on to the front. Alright, so just like the back, we got some new U-bolts right here. That way we can get this all nice into place. And then after, if y'all got Zert fittings, don't forget to lube them up. They do come pre-lubed, but I always like to check for myself to make sure that they did lubricate them to my spec. It's better to have more than to not have enough. Regardless, it's a maintenance item. I'm over here clapping them. Got me clapping these dang mosquitoes.
Don't make me coom, I promise you. You will not like it.
Jesus Christ, these things are gnarly right now. Oh my God. But anyways, just like the back, they go snug, not super tight, because you can't break these U-bolts, and unless you bought extras, you're gonna be down until the new ones come in the mail. Luckily you can get these on Amazon because Yukon puts them on Amazon. So let's go ahead and snug these down. These are the same size, 14 millimeter. Of course you can't fit this in there, so we got a wrench, ratcheting wrench. So I'm gonna go ahead and snug these down and then I'll catch back up with you guys. Alrighty guys, got it all done up. You guys can see he bolts in, these go snug. I mean, you can only put them on so tight with a wrench, and these are 1/2 inch in size, or at least the wrench size. So pretty much once they're snug, I would just kill it there. I wouldn't go crazy whatsoever. They do have a torque spec, but I just do it by hand because I've done so many of these when I used to work for Jeep that I kind of just have a feel for it. But I can see if I can find that for you guys. But we got the JE Real drive shaft in the front, JE Real drive shaft in the back. So much more clearance right here than stock. So next up is more parts. All right guys, Kevin brought the car out for a test drive, and no vibrations, no weird sounds. I got my little co-pilot right here with me.
Say hi, Vicky.
Hi, Vicky. Hello guys, she says hi. Anyways, see you guys on the next one.